One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings.
Hey, I didn't want to play in the rain either.
Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish. South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Tar Heels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Young. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Looking for room. It's Love. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of...
Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab down the right side. He's loose. The tag. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Irish.
No. As soon as I saw that he pressed, I threw the ball. He got up. My receiver got off the press.
Energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder
He pressed. He didn't have nobody over the top.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
He wasn't back there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Lopez to pass. Pulls it in. It's Goss. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Fires on the move. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Takes it the other way. Oh, that was a terrific return as he takes it to the 9.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
With the run on 1st and goal. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You know, you toss the ball to the running back to get him away from all the big boys, right? Like, stay away from the beef. Those guys get you on the ground with one meat hook. Do a good job tossing the ball in the perimeter, but goodness gracious, has to break one tackle, just fighting as hard as he can to try to get positive yards, but too many guys coming after him too quickly.
Here's a heat.
Damn it.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
One thing I love
I wasn't expecting him to drop back in coverage like that.
But he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense.
Shut
He's
up.
just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Goss. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Lopez wants to fire. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Right back to him on the ground. Drag down. Liddell move the sticks for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. Grabbed over the middle, it's Pauly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little far. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. BYU was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen from the Cougars over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points.
I'm just playing the game.
Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Takes the handoff. It's Goss. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, that's a great job on the blitz, getting the sack. He's showing you his speed right there. And with that play, he's making some of the great Golden Domer linebackers of old proud. Guys like Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith. How about Michael Stonebreaker? One of the all-time great names in college football history. Looking on, proud of what they're seeing from this young man. This dude has some skills.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. And the Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here come the Irish back on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They didn't offer this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down.
Oh, a lot of space. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
To throw, it's Carr. Quickly complete. Wide open spaces. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And I like the running back's efficient. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line.
No.
To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Lopez to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Complete to the left. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did
I'm just playing the game. What are you talking about?
On defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Playing the game, man.
Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds the tight end. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Gonna run it. It's Love. It's a running room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Nice run there. Doesn't it just feel like Notre Dame football when you see that too? You know, you got touchdown Jesus looking down, and one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to have is big uglies up front, guys pushing the pile, NFL talent on this offensive line, just having their way, making life easy for these running backs. It is a beautiful thing to see.
There he goes. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks.
Gotta wrap up.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice big...
That was stupid of me to do that.
An early drive with the turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game.
I threw that pass too late.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half.
I threw that pass late.
Lopez wants to fire. Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on.
Good catch.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end.
Great catch.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Looking for an open area to his left. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on.
And the ball is loose on the return.
Ah!
One team able to sling him to the ground.
As soon as something like this happens, the defense is always communicating. Shot play, shot play. Why? Every time there's a big momentum switch, a turnover, a big return in the kicking game, offensive coordinators want to go attack. This defense has to be ready for a big play now.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Lopez to pass. Now adjusting. Into the end zone.
Good play.
And it's caught. Touchdown, North Carolina.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Indiana is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Hoosiers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Shut up, Mo.
For that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line.
No, I'm not dropping out the top 25.
Hands it off on the counter. There he goes. Makes it past the marker. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Pauly. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. They'll immediately call timeout. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to change this route. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Carr. Looking down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Whoa. What?
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open the second half on the ground. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Lopez wants to fire. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Nice pickup. Important. They got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense, because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Damn it.
And the Tar Heels headed quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Going for the big play.
Whoa.
Spot in the middle.
Son of
And
a-
this defense is
Good
going to have
catch.
their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on
Bullshit.
islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we
Great
saw
catch,
right
though.
there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Off the play fake on first down. He's got an open man. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Off play action. The throw. Tosses it incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
It's got to feel good as an
Phil
offense
Kells.
knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push-up front, and get positive yardage.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. They'll go to the ground. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football.
fool.
You're not seeing this offense call these run plays back.
Yeah, he was
They're
snoring.
trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Stopped after a pickup of 4.
Oh,
Good run
damn.
to the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down.
Yeah.
The lone back's got it. Runs through a tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Carr. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him.
You had to drop it, didn't you?
Fourth down coming up. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening snap of this drive comes
What's
from
good,
the
Rod?
31-yard line. Going right to work up top. He's got the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Power football with the run. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got room on the return. And what a big play here, and the return takes him back inside the 25. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick 6. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick 6 if you're on offense.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him,
touchdown, Irish! And the route is on. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. He had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Lopez to pass. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync.
What up, Steele?
They find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And that's
How you doing?
Seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield.
Man, he ain't here. Number 15 been quiet all game.
Play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find.
Click on Dynasty Mode and scroll down to where it says join. Did I say join? Yeah. Make sure you pick Mississippi State.
I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And the Tar Heels are flying down the field.
No, not. You talking about?
On first down.
No, we talking about football.
He released it on first down and just couldn't
No.
get it to the receiver.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
The name of the league is is Big Ten versus SEC. You got it. Big Ten versus SEC. Big Ten versus SEC. That's the name of the league.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game,
you got it.
Know it's past. You're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback.
SEC
are trying to do this. Pad them stats. Get the INT.
Pick and like I said, pick Mississippi State.
Breaks the tackle. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might
August 7th, if you pre-order the deluxe edition for Madden.
Make a big play for this defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second.
The
and
what?
9.
I can't hear what he's saying. Y'all keep talking over him. I can't hear what he's saying.
It's Carr.
Oh no, they didn't do a beta this year.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you
I ain't got no code. Even if I had a code, I would have used it. I would have used it already.
Quarterback, I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better.
I told you to go with load and invites ahead. That's what I said. Yes, I did. Do not pick Pitt. Pick Mississippi State.
They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether
Let's
they're
pick.
running the football, whether they're throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
You gotta get Mississippi State, man. They're not, because Pitt's not in the conference where everybody, where all the users is at. Ain't nobody a hater.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He's loose. Forced out
Yo.
of bounds right at the 33-yard line. Really good pickup there.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have
Got you an opponent.
success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start shooting the football.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
You're about to play college. Still picked up Mississippi.
Action fake.
Oh, good throw.
On target this time. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw. And he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
The Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Can't find his man as he took
You did go to sleep.
trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because
I called your name and you didn't say nothing. You just snored.
And what is that? The defense knows that. Like they're pinning their ears.
Of course you was asleep.
And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Throws to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Lopez wants to fire. He unleashes a long one. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up. Right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by
turning on the Jets. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field. So somebody's...
It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Fighting off the defender.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Now they'll run it on the top.
Oh, good tackle.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to...
Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. While this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again.
Ah, good shit.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to
lose
3 yards on the play. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That will put the wrap on things from here for